everyone. Good morning. We're ready to start. We're ready to start. All right. The mayor is here. He's greeting the children. There he is. So as he's coming up, let me tell you what's going to happen today. So nice job. I'm Lisa Q, and I'm the Director of Early Education for Somerville. And thank you to City of Somerville and Summer Promise and Somerville Public Schools and Somerville Family Learning Collaborative for hosting this celebration of the Week of the Young Child and for you to be here. So let me tell you what we're going to do today. We're going to hear some important words. We're going to meet the mayor in a minute. We're going to talk about your projects, and we're going to hear about some important children's rights, and then you'll get to explore City Hall a little bit. At the very end, I want you to do the best listening you can, because I'm going to tell you some important directions about how to get downstairs, but we'll do that at the very end. So this big room is the City Council chamber. It's where our leaders come to talk and make decisions about Somerville, and you too. And it's great to see so many families and children here, and together we cooperate to do the work in our community. We want to thank some special grown-ups. Thank you so much to Titus Dos Remedios from Strategies for Children. Can you wave, Titus? And Marina Sivak from Beautiful Stuff. Can you wave, Marina? She's in the back, and she'll be downstairs with a special project for you. Great. Let's see who else is here. Is anyone here who's a city council person? Has one of our city council members come yet? They do their work right here at these big desks. Not yet, but we'll introduce them when they come in. And anyone from our school committee here yet? Just looking out? Not quite. Okay, they'll be here soon. So we want to welcome you to City Hall, and now we want to welcome a very important person in our city, our mayor and dad, Joseph Curtatone. He's greeting kids, but we can sing one more time as he comes up to the podium. So come on up one more time. Yes, YMCA is coming in. So make some room for YMCA to come in, and we'll sing Hola to the mayor as he comes up.
Okay, we have been practicing this song for how many weeks? Now we get a chance to sing it to the mayor and our friends from the city. Okay, let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hola, hola. We say hello to the mayor. Hola, hola. Hello to the mayor. Great job. And how do we say hola in Portuguese? How do we say hola in Portuguese? Oi, 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 oi. We say hello to the mayor. Oi, 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 oi. We say hello to the mayor. Now a big A. Apple. Can't hear you. Hola, boy. Hola, boy. The choo-choo train is coming. Marhaba. We say marhaba. 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 We say hello to the mayor. Marhaba. Marhaba. We say hello to the mayor. Now a big A. I can hear you. All aboard. All aboard. All aboard. The choo-choo train is coming. And now how do you say hola in Chinese? Ni hao. Muy bien. Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao. We say hello to the mayor. I can hear you. To the mayor. Now a big A.
right? Okay. And now coming up to the podium is our mayor. Let's give him a big round of applause. And thank you to Jackson, our trumpeter. This is his last year with us. He's going to college next year. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know. So the mayor has some words to tell us about the importance of being who you are, your exact age, early childhood. And we have a special proclamation for him to read. That's a special message. So I'm going to let him talk to you for a little bit, and then we'll do some more singing together.
Good morning. It's great to see you all. You know, I was just thinking, what are we going to do for a trumpeter next year when you're off to Williams College? Give a round of applause. I'll try. It's his third year. Oh, dear. So proud of him. So proud of you and all these other young leaders here who were once your age and your size, like I was, in this building as part of this community. It's great to be here with all you kids and your counselors and your teachers and your families and your friends. We want to welcome everyone and thank you for joining us to celebrate. Really, this week is for all you kids. This is the week of the young child, and it's a special week for us in this community. It's always really fun to welcome so many of Somerville's youngest residents to City Hall. So kids, this building is your building. This is a public building. This is the council chambers. So many important meetings and discussions happen here. Normally we don't have too much singing going on around here, so it's a very welcome morning. Thank you for the accompaniment. The Week of the Young Child is also really a good reminder of how important it is to invest in early childhood programs and services. And we all know that those early years are so important for setting kids up for a later success, but they're also some of the busiest for parents, and I can attest to this as my wife and I are the parents of 4 boys, a high schooler and 3 in K-8 at the Kennedy School. In those first few years, it seems like your child is changing and learning something new every day. As a parent, it's easy to get overwhelmed with all the information coming at you. Developmental milestones, finding childcare, doctor's visits, not to mention the needs of the rest of your family, your job, yourself, other different activity and events that they're participating. But knowing how important early childhood is, we've worked on developing programs to support young children and their families, and that starts with Summer Baby. We've had some really great leaders in this community working with so many activists and providers. I do want to recognize some of my colleagues first. The chairwoman of the Somerville School Committee, Ms. Carrie Norman. Let's give Carrie. All you kids from Teal Square, she represents you. From Ward 4, Somerville School Committee member, Mr. Andre Green. Counselor at Large, Ms. Stephanie Hirsch. Did I miss anybody? And we'll probably be joined by the Superintendent Mary Skipper and Jeff Curley and others. There's such champions with so many other people in the community for all the kids in this city. And we're so fortunate to have such passionate, committed people to our children. New parents can sign up in terms of Summer Baby. New parents can sign up to get a visit from a community liaison and a visiting nurse who can share information on home safety and community resources, as well as provide referral to other services. So the community liaison also brings some baby supplies and resource and safety information that parents can keep on hand and they always check back later. And there are so many resources for new parents locally, but in those first few sleepless nights or weeks or months, and believe me, I know this, we want to help make sure families know what's available to them. Of course, as our children grow, their needs change, and as parents, we do our best to keep up with them and stay informed, but that's no easy task. And it never hurts to get a little help. And that's where Summer Promise, the Somerville Family Learning Collaborative, and the Somerville Public Schools Department of early education come in. So these programs look at all the factors that impact a child's success from cradle to career. Summer Promise work has focused especially on the important time that students spend outside of school, as well as literacy and health and well-being. And along with all the great work the staff does that affects policies and programs, they have also put together a repository of resources and information for parents and guardians of young children. So all the parents, all the adults, and at somervillehub.org, you can find information about child development, preschool options, and really just fun things to do with your children. Again, there's a ton of support out there and many resources available. We know it can be hard to track that information down with all the other things parents and families need to do. So the Somerville Hub gathers all that information into one place for you. To that point, I know many of you took the time out of your busy schedules to join us here today. I'm going to thank you for doing that. And thank you for raising the next generation of awesome Somervillians. To our children here, to our next generation of leaders, all you kids here, I want you to know there's so many people in this community, your parents, your family, your siblings, your cousins, your friends, all of us who work every day who love you, who care about you and want to help you be happy, run around, be a kid, grow up to chase all your dreams, and to really make living in this community fun and fulfilling. And that makes us get up every day and run to work every morning for all of you. I can't thank you enough for coming up here to be with all of us. Seeing you every day really puts a smile on my face. I do want to recognize, again, because she joined us, the superintendent of the school. She is the champion of the school system here, Ms. Mary Skipper, Mr. Jeff Curley. And now I'm going to read, kids, this is for all of you, a special proclamation that I'm going to give over. This is for all of you. And this is a proclamation, this is official, where we proclaim and we say, this is the week of the young child. And it reads, because children live here in Somerville are important, probably the most important members of our community, and because people who work, live in Somerville want to make our city a kind and fair place for everyone, and because all young children and their families should have programs that help them explore, learn, and be good friends, that's important. I, Mayor Joe Curtatone, do hereby proclaim that April 10th, that's today, is the official celebration of the Week of the Young Child in Somerville, and announce we encourage everyone in Somerville, children and grown-ups, and all kinds of jobs from all over the world to make Somerville a kind and fair place for everybody. And kids, if we can show the rest of the country and the rest of the world what kindness and fairness and how to treat other people really is, my God, what a special place this world would be for everyone. We thank all of you and congratulations.
So this year, did you get some mail from the mayor? Raise your hand if you got a letter from the mayor. And he asked you some questions in that letter. Yeah, a lot of you got that letter and you made some projects for him and for us, and we'll talk about those in a minute. But he asked us what would make Somerville a kind and fair place. We're going to sing the kind song while the mayor says goodbye to us. He has some busy meetings he has to go to. So Maura and Guillermo, thank you, Maura and Guillermo, for being here. Can you sing the kind song with everyone?
So, how are we going to be kind, okay? We like to shake hands. How do we shake hands? Let's shake hands with our neighbor. Look each other's eyes. Look each other's eyes. Wake up in the morning. Oh, I feel great today. Can you do that? I feel great today. I like to shake hands, look each other's eyes. Wake up in the morning, I feel great today. I'm walking down the street, you say hello to me. We give ourselves a five, we go together from here. Oh, 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 I like to be kind. Again, I can hear you. Oh, I like to be kind. Let's do it again. like to shake hands, look each other's eyes. Wake up in the morning, I feel great today. I'm walking down the street, you say hello to me. We give ourselves high five, we go together from here. Oh, 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 I like to be kind. Again, I can hear you. Oh, I like to be kind. But you know what, Memo? Some people wake up very grumpy. They don't say hello to people. They don't look each other in the eye. They're just mad all the time. Why do we do that? But there is always people who won't smile at you back. Can we say no, no? But as the day goes by, what do we do, Memo? We can choose to laugh.
So next we're going to hear from some people who go to to the high school right next door. They're the students from the Early Childhood Education Program at Somerville High School. So let's get our quiet voices ready. Shh. Children in Somerville and all over the world have the right to experiences that help them grow and learn. And the students from the high school are going to share some of those with us now. They're going to share them, and then we'll clap at the very end after they all say their children's rights. Here they go.
Children have the right to protection.
Children have the right to free education.
Children have a right to express themselves.
Children have the right to a special education.
Children have the right to be protected from discrimination.
Children have the right for a safe and healthy life.
Every child deserves the right to be loved.
Children have the right to a clean environment.
Every child has a right to a name.
Children have the right to guidance.
Thank you so much. These are our future teachers and people who will be working with young children someday. Maybe they'll be in your school working with you or your brother or sister someday. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to sing a song about talking and listening, which some of you said was another way to be kind. So Maura and Guillermo are going to sing the talk song, and then we're going to give you a chance to share your projects, and that will be the last thing we'll do before we go downstairs. So here's the talk song.
Another way to be kind is just talking to our neighbors, talking to our mom and dad, talking to our friends. Talk, talk, I like to talk. I talk to my mother, then I talk to my sister, then we talk, talk. We like to talk. We talked about the weather and the stuff we did together, then we talk. We like to talk. Can you say that with me? So then we talk. We like to talk. We talked about the weather, then it's time we get together, we talk. Then it's like talk. Again. Talk. Talk. I like to talk. I talk to my mother and I talk to my sister and we talk. We like to talk. We talk about the weather and the stuff we did together. Then we talk. That's right. We like to talk. Good job. Somerville talk. Muy bien. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maura. Thank you, Guillermo. So we have one more thing to do. We need to say thank you to you and hear a little bit about your projects. So I'm going to talk a little bit about each classroom, and then we can clap for you. And when I say your classroom, you can wave your hands like this, and then we'll know where you are, okay? All right, so here we go. Give us a wave if you're from the Capuano. Who is here from the Capuano? Oh, there they are in the back. Okay. Miss Black's kindergartners made a kindness mural with hands. Where's Miss Black's children? Where is Miss Black's classroom? There they are in the back. They made that beautiful mural with the hands that's in the hallway. Make sure you see it when you walk downstairs. And Miss Ava and Miss Jess's classrooms were Miss Ava and Miss Jess's classrooms. They're learning about how to be kind and share with each other and help each other. And Miss Mayer's monkey classroom, they made a giant kindness rainbow that's also in the hallway. And you can see on the raindrops all of the different ways to be kind on the kindness rainbow. So let's say thank you to all the classrooms from Capuano Early Childhood Center. All right. Now, where are our friends from Bright Horizons Teal Square? Can you give us a wiggly hands? There they are, right in the front. And they made a big book of kindness. And it tells people about different acts of kindness and ideas about who helps in the classroom. Here's somebody, Damien can help, he helps clean up the earth. So it was different ways that people are kind. Yeah, it's a really good book. We'll share it with the mayor and he can read it and it will help him to help all the people of Somerville. So thank you. Let's clap for Bright Horizons Teal Square. Our friends from Healy Head Start, where are you? There they are, over against the windows. Hi, Healy Head Start. Nice to see you today. They've been studying music, and they got inspired by Maura too, and they wrote a song, their own song about kindness. I heard you guys wrote a song about kindness. Do we have it? Next year we'll teach it to everybody and we'll learn it, and then we can all sing that song. And then outside in the hallway, do you have a poster? Okay, so there's a painting in the hallway that has the words to their song on it. So you can look at that, and it'll be hanging up in City Hall for a few days with other people's work. Thank you. So thanks for the Healy. Yay! Where is Pooh and Friends? I see all their t-shirts, Pooh and Friends. There they are, over there. The children from Pooh and Friends. Who has one of these hearts? Hold this up if you were a person who got one of these hearts today. Mine says, thank you for your kindness. And they made hearts with different kindness messages so you could pass kindness. Like I could pass this heart to someone else, right? Teacher Eileen and Evelyn, that's what, I could pass this to somebody I want to show kindness to. So thank you for making those hearts. Maybe they'll get passed all around the city. So thank you to Pooh and Friends. Our friends from Winter Hill Preschool. Where are you guys? Oh, they're down in here too. Give a little shaky shake. There they are. They wrote and illustrated a kindness book, which was part of a study they were doing about storytelling. And so they were telling stories about, this page says, 3 children gave bright and beautiful smiles. So their whole book is about things that you can do to be kind. So we'll give this to the mayor too. Thanks for sharing your book. So let's say thank you. Now, the children at West Somerville, where are you, West Somerville? Mr. D? There they are. So they've been studying about worms and composting and gardens and reducing waste. And they made, check it out, a compost bin. And inside of the compost bin are messages about cleaning up our city and why composting is important. This one says, we can plant flowers and it's good for the worms. So we'll pass these messages along to the mayor and he can read them, and that will help us to understand why composting is so important in our city. So thank you. This will be great. He'll share it with the people who work right here in this room. Thank you. From the YMCA. Where's the YMCA preschool? There they are in the front. YMCA preschool. Did you make this with beautiful stuff? You did make it with beautiful stuff. Look, Marina, a paper bag book. And it says the YMCA is a kind and fair school by Preschool 2. Friends at school can play and share. Friends at school are kind and fair. So we'll share that book with the mayor as well. Thank you so much. Yay. And I think our last group is our friends from Bigelow. Where are you, Bigelow people in the front? Did you make a map? They made a map of the city, of the whole city. They made a map of the city and added things that they think would help make the city more beautiful. Thank you so much, Bigelow. So wave your hands, clap for Bigelow. All right. You guys did such an amazing job. This was a long time to sit. And you really did some amazing listening, and we got to know you a little better, and you got to know the mayor and people who work here. But now it's time for us to go explore. So let's get our listening ears ready one more time.
Facendo chocolate para madrinha, verdade, pau, olho de vidro e nariz de mico.